Hello, everyone. Hope everybody's doing absolutely fabulous today. It is another big astrological, funky kind of day. We have Uranus going forward, and he is in Taurus. We have the nodes are changing from Gemini and Sagittarius to Taurus and Scorpio. So the nodes move opposite to what the planets do. Nodes move clockwise, and hold on. Okay, I got it. Anyways, I'm going to do a share because my brain just went like, what are you doing? To show you. Let's see. We'll do a share screen. And Chrome tab. So there you go. This here, ta-da, is, well, where is it? There it is. There it is. Let's get it on a bigger screen. There we go. So, for all of you who are just joining me, this is where I'm going to bring it back to now. Is it? So there we go. So right now we have the nodes. That's here. And then the other node would be here. They're not showing the south node, just the north node. We have the moon in Leo. And the sun is at 28 degrees. So this sun is going in the next couple days into Aquarius. Here we have Mercury. And Mercury is still squaring Uranus. So he's squaring Uranus. We have the moon. As the moon later on today, we'll do a square over to Uranus. It's a few degrees orb. And Mars is at the galactic center. So he's coming into the galactic center. So he's going to get fully charged as he's moving closer to Venus and coming into that energy of Venus. Now over here, it's showing me Uranus direct in 1.3 hours. So let's go. 1, 2. There we go. The nodes change. Ta-da. There you go. And the moon is at 8 degrees. So now the moon is fully opposite as the nodes change to Mercury. Then it's squaring Uranus and doing a quincunx over here to Jupiter. And we have coming over. It's like a yod. So we have also, there is, and it doesn't show it up on here. But what we have, I'm going to stop the screen share so you can see me. Hello, everybody. So what we have is what we call a golden yod. A golden yod is one of the highest yods that is formed. And a yod is it's the finger of God. So we have this energy of the finger of God coming in that is directing us into new territory, directing us in an energy that is getting us to point towards where we our destiny, where we need to go. And with that energy, especially with Mercury, Hermes, we couldn't see it on the chart there, but Hermes is right there with a sextile over to Jupiter. It's like wanting to show us, where do you want to expand? Where do you want to go? What are your dreams? What are your desires? Uranus is going forward in Taurus, and the nodes are changing. So as we look at the north node being in Taurus, what is the ruler of Taurus? Venus. So Venus is all about our values. What do we want? What is meaningful? to us. How do we want to create that within our lives? South Node in Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. So Mars is getting activated right now. So this is where a lot of like it's like we're, and I got like a shaggy dog coming in and we're just shaking a lot of dust off. So we're shaking off the dust. We're wanting to go forward. There's light that is really coming and trickling in through a lot of the darkness cracks. And with the Leo moon and the Capricorn sun, it's like, I'm going to figure things out. I'm going to find my desires. I'm going to find what it is that I need to start doing. So it is a pretty intense kind of energy. Now, the last time North Node Taurus was 19 years ago. 19 years ago, Uranus wasn't there. Yet there was, when it went in there, there's things to do with gas hikes, and there was a lot to do with oil and gas. Now, if you look at what's happening right now, you look at some of the news. I'm not saying going down a deep dive of the news, but just sort of what's going on. We're seeing that there's things to do with oil, gas, pipelines, things along that line are happening. We also have, with that energy, things to do with, and I saw on one of the news reels things, some planes are being grounded, or they're worried about the planes being grounded because of the 5G energy. And not the spiritual 5G, but of the 5G from the towers and things. So they're looking at what kind of effect it has on planes. So we have this energy that is showing us that, okay, some things need to be changed. We have the convoy with the truckers that are happening up in Canada. There is some support in the States because they don't want to come up into Canada. They don't want to be ruled by the mandates. They don't want to be ruled by any of this. So they're not coming in. So we're seeing, and especially where Uranus is, and Uranus is going direct, is that where we need, what do we value? What is important to us within our structure? So it's getting us to do a deep dive into that. And with Mercury, it's trying to bring in the information, even though it's retrograde, trying to get us to understand. But it's like, I don't get it all. And even though Hermes is there, is trying to give them clarity, there's an opposition there and some squares going on. It's like, I feel overwhelmed. So you might be getting, and especially with the moon in some really hard aspects today too, get that feeling of overwhelm. We're coming off that full moon and that energy of the full moon. So you might be feeling a little tired, a little bit like, that's been a lot. This morning I had to get up early and then I fell back asleep. My husband had to wake me up. He's like, are you driving me to work? And I'm like, oh my God, yes. So that was interesting because I don't usually fall back asleep once I'm awake, but it was that intensity of it. So I feel like a lot, to bringing up a lot is going to be brought up, and a lot of information is still coming out, and we're going to be going through a lot more information. We got to remember Uranus is in Taurus for a few more years, and being in there, that means that there's going to be a lot more that's going to be brought up. Saturn's going to be in Aquarius for another year and a half, and Jupiter is going to be moving very quickly through Pisces. So a lot of stuff coming in, for expansion. He's the co-ruler of Pisces. So a lot of information, a lot of stuff, a lot of ideas and looking at things. But the thing is that for Jupiter, he's also the guy who says, okay, you want this. What are you going to do for it? You know, I got a throat lozenge. So what are you going to do in order to create this? What are you going to do? You want this here. Look at, I can give it all of this great expansion, all of this beauty. But Jupiter is also the guy that you got to pay the ticket master. Like, yeah, I want to do that. Okay, let's get to work. It's not that, it's not that he just wants to hand out presents like Santa Claus. He wants to see that, okay, where are you going? What is that energy? Where are you putting this together in order to have a connection? And he's racing up and he's going very fast. And he's going to be connecting in April with Mr. Neptune. So they're going to connect there in April. And then he goes into Aries, and then he's stationary and goes retrograde. So we have this energy of a very fast moving right now. Things are going to really start picking up. All the outer planets are direct. So everything to do with our consciousness, everything to do with our belief systems, our deep values is really awakening. So there's this awakening that's happening within us. And almost where, and especially with the nodes that are changing into fixed signs, and they're not mutable, and it's not like, okay, got to find the truth. What am I going to do? Where we've been in a hermit type of energy to where do we connect? How do we create? What is the direction we need to go into? And that's, and it can cause frustration. It can cause overwhelmness. It's intense. But that moon in Leo right now, it's like it wants to make the energy light and fun. Even though that there's some intensity there. There's this where we're ready to go. We're ready to move forward. We're ready to do this. It's like, how much more, like, how can they use the excuse that they've been using to hinder people from doing what they want to do? How much longer is it before? And with this new energy that's coming in, it's like, are you wanting to be in that matrix? Are you wanting to be in that matrix that the governments all want us to stay in? Are you wanting to stay in that cubicle, in the locking? Or are you wanting, it's like I'm wanting to burst free. I'm ready to leap. I'm ready to go. And so now with Jupiter and with Uranus and even with the moon, it's saying, okay, let's take some internal looks. Let's make some plans. Let's put the concrete basics down. This isn't flying by the seat of your pants energy. You certainly don't want to be flying by the seat of your pants with all this energy. This is really about, okay, let's get into the grounding. Let's get into the feeling and the motion of the vibration of the movement to go forward. That's where it's at. And this is where it's like, whoa, but I feel so overwhelmed and it's just like so much. What are we going to do? Oh my God. And you feel like you're pulling your hair out. That's when you get a pad and piece of paper. Oh God, I really messed up my hair, didn't I? And you say, okay, what are my next goals? Like today I'm thinking, I'm supposed to start the angel alchemy next week on the 26th. And I'm looking at my schedule and I'm thinking, okay, maybe it would be better to move that to March and have it closer to the end of March and into April. That way, if anybody's doing the karmic release and they want to do the angel alchemy, and the karmic release would be wonderful because we can do the angel alchemy, which would be wonderful, and working with 16 cardinal angels and the Divine Mother. Do that. And I'm thinking we can do it in a weekend. Then move into the karmic release, which is a weekend workshop on, and all my classes are online. So then you can utilize the energy of the angel alchemy, of working in a medicine wheel, to help you to release as we're doing the karmic release energy. Oh, I think that's going to be so cool. I think that's going to be so cool. And this way, it's going to help people to be more grounded, especially in this energy of 2022, which is going to be feeling ungrounded many times. It's going to feel like the ground is constantly shifting and things are chaotic and nutty. So what I want to do is bring in where you can bring in that grounding. I'm working with the angels in the medicine wheel. It's absolutely fabulous because you can do a lot of releasement very easily in that, and a lot of creating. So bringing the two together to do that. So just throwing out my thoughts right now on planning this out for people to make things easier. And I could still do that, yeah. But just to begin to work with the energies of the angels. And right now we're doing the fairy workshop. And the fairy workshop works with the goddess and the god, and bringing the energies of the goddess and the god, and formulating a basis for your shamanic practice. And that's what it is. So really bringing in a form of a practice. And I feel that's really a huge piece for this year, because it's such a powerful spiritual year in forming a base for people. So this is, with this energy today, and with Mercury's energy at the galactic point, let us start to see where it is that you want to create that basis, because Mars is wonderful to give you the energy. So in that push to go forward and begin to bringing that push forward. And with the light coming in even more, the light trickling through the energy, it's just, we have things bursting for us. So utilize the energy as much as you can today to burst through things, to move forward. And it really is, if you're feeling stuck in any way, take a moment and say, why do I feel stuck? What is the reason? Is it that I'm afraid to go forward? Am I afraid of something else? So look at that and take a look more deeply into it. So there you go, guys. I want you guys to have an absolutely fabulous day. I want you to shine your light and go forward in all that you say and be and do. And yeah, it's a real upbeat kind of energy kind of day. And it's just it's just allowing yourself to go forward and make the plans that you need to make and not hold back. There's no holding back. So it is we're going forward, and yeah, I love it. I love it. I love this. Also, check out my on YouTube. Check out, today was Intuitive Tuesday, so where you pick a card and tap into your own intuition on which card to choose, 1, 2, or 3. Check that out. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we can boost it up and get the algorithms out there, whatever they are. And yeah, so take a look at that. That's on my YouTube channel. And have a blessed day, everybody. I love it. The energies are positive. It's great. We are going forward. We're going forward. Yes, I know. Sometimes it feels like, what the fuck? But today is, yeah, let's go with it. So have a blessed one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.